Hey, we're Set It Off, and you're watching Rock Forever Magazine.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here right now with the guys from Set It Off.
Yeah!
How's it going today?
Doing great.
Yes, and this is the second night of the Glamour Kills tour, yes?
Day 2, yes, it is. Orlando.
I know.
Sold out.
Oh my gosh,
Stoked,
congrats on that.
Thank
and
you
it
very
is
much.
your hometown, isn't it?
Well, it's our second hometown.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, 'cause
We're
Max is from
hometown.
here.
Yeah, Max is from here. Our drummer's from here, but the rest of us are from Tampa. So we did Tampa
Okay.
first night, Orlando second night. So
Man.
gotta see them both.
Well, that is a nice way to kick off the tour, just staying at home, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's either better to start like that or to come home to that, because if you come home to a tour like that, there's no long drive back.
Mm-hmm.
You just do the show and then you go back home and you go to sleep.
That's true.
They both work out well.
Definitely. And so we've got some fun finish a sentence questions for you guys.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. You want to switch off?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
First, all right, cool.
Well, there's only 4, so we're just gonna get right down to it.
Perfect.
So now, the most surreal moment of your career so far was when?
Damn.
Stumped them already.
I'd have to say the most surreal moment of our career.
I mean, mine's different, probably.
Yeah, you guys can each have your
I mean,
own.
there's a show that pops into my head, but I think the most surreal moment was, so that we were supposed to be recording Duality, our new record, with John Feldman, and we finished our tour with We Are the In Crowd up in New York, drove all the way to LA, and as soon as we get there, 3 days before we're supposed to start, mind you, this has been in the works for 4 months.
Right.
We are informed from him that he has some sort of emergency, and he can no longer do our record, which totally understandable. But we were like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're already out here. And so I called our manager, called our label, and then immediately called my friend Brandon Paddock, he's a genius. He's such a hard worker and an amazing producer and songwriter. And I was like, hey, this is gonna sound insane because I know you're incredibly busy, but would you be willing to do our record? This is within hours. So we lost our producer and gained 3 new producers to do our record within hours.
That's crazy.
So that's probably the most surreal, is like going from drowning to creating a dream team for a record in no time. So I think that was most surreal. But most surreal show is Orlando. I got to see, my mom was right by the sound booth, and she's like an actual fan now. Like, she always liked our music, but she like loves Duality, and so I could see her singing every word. And I just found out recently she didn't know I could see her, but it made my whole show. It was really cool. Yeah.
That's amazing. What about you?
Probably my most surreal moment in our career is when this past year we got awarded Album of the Year for Alternative Press Japan.
Yeah.
That was really cool for me to see, that somebody gave so much of a shit about our band and what we do. There's a country in its whole that thinks we are that's the best album they've ever heard that year.
Yes, that's insane.
Yeah,
and we loved going there, and we're trying to go back to Japan as soon as possible. The goal is to come back to Japan this year, but to get Album of the Year anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just,
Definitely.
we worked so hard on that, and to go through all that struggle and come back and get that award is just, it makes you feel real good,
Yeah, it's definitely a huge milestone.
Oh, definitely.
And we got a fun one here. Your go-to dance move is?
Oh, shit. I'm really liking the ride the whip move recently. Oh yeah, we just.
What?
I'm really liking that.
That's great.
There's a wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. That's his touchdown celebration, and I looked up what it was, and I was like, that's sick. So I do my own version during the set. I don't know. I guess you could call it ride the finger, because I do it, but I like flick everyone off because it's over the song Bleak December, where it says how full of shit you are. But yeah.
I don't even know what my go-to dance is. It's just a flurry.
Well, you're really good at the worm. Like, we witnessed that in overseas. He did.
That's a talent.
So good at the worm.
Get some air.
And then I tried, and I was just, you know what? People who do the worm need more credit, because that move hurts.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like slamming your body, and if you're a guy, your dick into the ground, and it just doesn't feel good at all.
Yeah, definitely. And next one here, your current obsession is?
Musically?
Or
Anything. Overall obsession.
Do you have anything in your mind?
I don't know. I'd probably say musically, I cannot stop listening to Mr. Wives. I love that band.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's really it.
This is a new obsession, but I've always liked the show, but I love Workaholics.
Ooh.
I've been watching that
Ooh, I got one for
nonstop.
us. Forensic Files.
Forensic Files. All right, or as South Park calls it, informative murder porn. It's essentially just like, it's just they solve murders and they show you how they did it. And we were overseas with Crown the Empire, and we all got so into it. It's on I think it's on Hulu. So if you're interested,
All 14 seasons.
All 14 seasons. It's such a it's been going for so long. But yeah, we've been watching that for a while.
It must take forever binge watching 14 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get through it.
We did.
Yeah.
We watched most of it.
I believe you. And last finish sentence, the most common misconception about the band is?
Ooh. I don't know. What do people think about her?
Oh.
That Dan's white and I'm black. I don't know why they keep doing that. No, I don't know. What's the most common misconception? That we're new, I think is one.
Yeah, that's actually true. A lot of people think we're a younger band. We've been a band almost 7 years.
Yeah,
you've
we're
definitely
approaching
been around
7 years
for a
this year.
while.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you all know, in case you didn't.
We've been around the block.
Rodeos.
Yeah.
Just a few. And your album Duality is out now. And I heard you say in another interview that your mentality just going into the creative process was very different from Cinematics.
Yes.
So in what ways and how did that sort of influence the album overall?
Well, basically, when we went into writing Cinematics, we just came off of an extended EP called Horrible Kids.
Right.
And I call it extended because it was longer than normal. It was like 11 songs. But we were just like, I will call it an EP. We kind of found our new sound in that EP. And so in Cinematics, we're going to fully hone in and develop it. So we were like, we're going to make this sound. Okay. So we were like, we need eerie minor keys. We need fast-paced with a lot of power chords and orchestral instruments. And so going in, knowing that, you kind of put yourself inside of a box.
Right.
And with this next record, we're just kind of like, we listened to so many other stuff besides that whole My Chem Panic Fall Out Boy vibe. So we're like, let's draw from other things that we just love, I was raised on oldies, Dan was raised on like jazz and metal, and like I love
and metal.
like it's so funny, but it's totally true.
Yeah.
I talk about Duality.
Yeah.
And I listened to anything my sister would put on her CD player or cassette player. Destiny's Child, Usher,
Nice.
Boys to Men, Casey and JoJo. Dan would listen to the same stuff, and we realized that we had that similarity of influence, and so we'd start writing something. Dan would come with a riff, and I'd be like, what if we did this with this vibe? And we kind of would listen to like older songs to get us really excited. And then we would start writing based off of that mood that we were in, and it kind of created the songs that are on Duality now.
Nice. And I can definitely see a lot of those influences on there. I know some of the more 90s music, I can definitely hear that.
Yeah.
It's a definitely more modern version, but it's there for
That's
sure.
the goal. We kind of want to bring the 90s. We notice the 90s are kind of coming back. We didn't notice them when we were doing Duality. We were just kind of like, let's just do what we like. But 90s are totally coming back, just down to the way that people are dressing, to the music that was popular then. So modernizing the 90s is definitely a goal of ours.
Yeah, and you're on your way for sure.
Hey, thank you.
And one song on the album, Tomorrow, I know that's a sequel to Dreamcatcher from your previous album. So what is the connection between those two songs, and what's the story?
You want to take this one?
Yeah.
Connection musically, there's some cool ones.
Yeah. Musically, there's a motif at the beginning of Dreamcatcher that guitar line it starts out in.
Yeah, that.
So we placed that motif. Parts of it is in the bridge, and there's a similar line in the pre-chorus of Tomorrow that kind of hints that where the song's from. And Dreamcatcher is very much about like the ideal of like having that everlasting, lifelong dream that you want to be your utopia, and chasing after that and like letting nobody tell you no. And Tomorrow kind of reflects on that past point, like the arrival point, and just like really honing in and appreciating and being who you are, and just I don't know.
And also like looking forward to the next, like every day is a new start. There's so much in 24 hours that you can accomplish just to take your band to the next level. There's so many ideas and inventions that happen within hours or minutes or seconds. Like the time is so valuable that Tomorrow is just about taking full advantage of that and also realizing where you came from.
Right.
And it's crazy. I also know the crazy story about that is the verse melodies of that and the bridge melody of that and some of the lyrics of the song were written in 2009.
Wow.
But we put it on a shelf because we started doing the Horrible Kids sound.
Yeah.
So we're like, this won't make sense at all on that record, but we came back and we're like, yo, this is good. Why? I keep everything.
Yeah.
So like, let's bring it back and let's put it in this, and we did, and that became our basis.
Definitely. And the album also features guest vocalists from Jason Lancaster and William Beckett, which is really awesome.
love those
So,
guys.
yeah, how did those collaborations come about, and what was it like working with them?
I met Jason officially at South by Southwest about 3 or 4 years ago, and his brother Daniel and I are good friends. We did a tour with them with that We Are the In Crowd tour, actually. They're in a band called Stages and Stereos. Check him out. He has an amazing voice as well.
Yeah.
But when I wrote that part in 2009 for Tomorrow, I sang it, and I went back and listened to it. I was like, Jason should be the only one singing this. Like, I just knew it, we didn't know him, and then so we just we didn't really worry about it. So I hit him up Daniel, who hit up Jason, and I got in touch with Jason, and he heard the song. He was super excited about it and was completely down to do it. So
That's awesome.
he killed it. William, same tour with We Are the In Crowd tour.
Nice.
He played his set, and me and him really bonded hard. We became really good friends, and he showed us a song of his that the Academy didn't do because it didn't fit their style.
Wow.
It was very angry, and no one ever hears William in that angry tone. And I was like, dude, this is sick. People need to hear this side of you. So we were listening to Wolf, and I was like, yo, we got this song that you need to do the second verse on. And and I was like, it needs an angry voice. He was so excited to be able to do that. He was like, yeah, I can't wait. And so he does the second verse on Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And both artists did their takes, sent them back, and we had no revisions.
Wow.
It was perfect first time.
Which is unheard of.
So awesome.
They're definitely pros, and that shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both incredible vocalists.
Really, truly are. And you also released a music video for Why Worry, which was so fun to watch, and it seemed like quite the production, a lot of acting going on. So how did the concept for that come about?
We actually kind of like started putting that together, but while we were making the record.
Okay.
So we knew that Why Worry was going to be the first single, and that it really encompasses duality in general. So, I mean, obviously it has a gospel vibe, so it made sense to take place within a church to kind of create his duality as the religion, like the whole accepting your flaws and letting go of your worries and sort of thing. So we segregated the crowd into the dark side and the light, and so those kind of represent your inner demons battling with each other. And you'll notice that the light side is very, very enthusiastic and happy throughout the whole song, and the dark side is kind of resistant. And then me and dark me battle each other. It was
was fun.
It was a very we wanted a very simple storyline that wasn't convoluted, and because there's so many music videos you see that are just like, you finish watching it, it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we just want it to be like, this is what happens, this is the song, and they understand everything. And we have a new music video coming out within this week for another song of ours, which I think we topped Why Worry by a lot. And what's cool is I'm never co-directed and co-written a music video for our band before, but I co-directed and co-wrote this video, and I'm very proud of it. We're all very stoked on it.
Yeah, I remember seeing some behind-the-scenes pictures from the upcoming music video, and it seems like you're kind of keeping the duality theme going on. Is that?
We will forever do that.
It's been around for a long time.
I mean, it applies not just to us as a band, but I think it applies to everybody throughout life as you go on, no matter what age you are. And I think that's why our demographic has expanded. By the way, I hate that word, demographic. I hate aiming for a specific age group. What I would love is for everyone around the world to be able to enjoy the same sort of sound. So, and I'm noticing that happening. Like adults who are parents or like actual fans. I saw a mother come with a tattoo of a quote from a magazine thing that I put in there, which is blowing my mind.
That's incredible.
And then like kids all ages, our age, younger, like I'm really happy.
Yeah, definitely. And we were sort of touching on this a little bit, but your music does incorporate so many different genres, and because of that, you tour with a wide range of artists. You know, I know a few months ago you toured with Black Veil Brides and Falling in Reverse, and now you're here with Against the Current and As It Is and Rome. So how are the vibes different when you're on a tour like this with more pop rock acts versus when you're with some of the heavier bands?
I don't know how to describe that really.
I don't know if the vibes are completely different because, like, along with how, like, we talk about, like, you know, seeing other bands and whatnot, like, deep down, like, bands are very similar. Similar people, like, no matter what kind of music you're playing.
We all like fart jokes.
Yeah, we all like getting down on some fart jokes and doing
That's what unifies everyone, right?
Everyone's a kid.
That's true.
The kids that come to the shows may have a little bit of a different reaction to the shows. Like,
That's probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, like, there may not be as much moshing at, like, this kind of tour or crowd surfing or whatnot, opposed to where Black Veil, like, they have the heavier songs to set where a pit and Falling Over a Pit might break out. So you might see less of that. I don't know about more so crowd participation on a tour like this. They might be a little more excited on that end of things.
I'd say it's like Dan said, it's more violent and at like heavier shows. But at like more pop shows, it's more sing-along dancing in your own space. But
definitely. I totally see that. And we got a fan question here from Rachel. She wants to know if you could create your dream tour lineup with any artists, who would be on it?
Dead or alive?
Yes, any artist.
All right, Rachel. Get ready for a long tour.
Maybe this will be a festival.
It'd have to be a festival.
Yeah.
Headlined by Michael Jackson, you have to say. Zombie Michael Jackson.
Direct support by Queen.
Direct support by Queen. Oh, shit. That's nuts.
I like where this is
Earth,
going.
Wind, and Fire. NSYNC reunion, Destiny's Child reunion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go with Boyz II Men.
Oh, yeah. Woo! We'd have to open. Like, these guys are monstrous.
No, you have to headline this. Michael Jackson will open for Set It Off.
No, everyone will leave.
We'll make him play Set It Off songs. We'll play Michael Jackson.
Of course, Fall Out Boy, New Found Glory. I love listening to those guys growing
Maroon
up.
5 would be dope.
Maroon 5, oh hell yeah.
One Republic.
Honestly, and don't hate us because of what he did in the past, but Chris Brown, I love his music. Yeah,
he has a great voice.
God, he's so talented.
Yeah.
And Kanye, he's a dick too, but I really like his music. Probably that.
Yeah,
that
it's
that
pretty-
long ass lineup. Yeah.
That is epic.
Yeah.
And so now.
and Zach would kill us if we didn't say Paramore. So
Oh,
Paramore's on.
Paramore.
Yeah. Paramore and Kiss. Yeah.
Well,
Kiss
that
and Paramore on
was
the same tour.
perfect. So now we got to get back to your tour that you got going on right now.
Yes.
What are the plans for right after this? What's coming up for you guys?
After this, we're going to be headlining overseas. We're our first European UK headliner, and we will have the ancient history music video out to support that.
And then we're headlining in Japan, right?
Yeah, and we'll be headlining in Japan right after that, which I believe
Incredible.
is being announced around there. And then we're doing Vans Warped Tour in the summer, which we're
exciting.
absolutely excited about.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things we can't announce yet, but just know that we have a lot of stuff coming your way this year.
Yeah, sounds like you guys are definitely keeping busy, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to keep up on everything you have coming up, where can they follow you on social media?
We all have like Instagrams and Twitters, usually our name and that. So our band one is at Set It Off Band for Instagram, at Set It Off for Twitter. Our band website where you can find all of our individuals is setitoffband.com. We also have a little really cool communities part of that page where you can talk to other fans and get to know everybody.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Thanks a
Has
lot.
been awesome. And everybody watching, be sure to pick up a copy of Duality on iTunes, subscribe for more interviews, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
See ya.